everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I am actually going to be trying some 3D flowers, and I will pop the video up on screen. I did find this video on Instagram, and I absolutely love how these nails turned out. The artist of this nail set, this nail set just blew me away. I think it's so amazing. I love all of the different colors in the nail set and then also the 3D flowers, and I thought it would be a good challenge for me to attempt doing the 3D flowers. The nail art I am not too worried about. Now, of course, I can still run into problems with the nail art, but doing the ombre or like the Aurora ombre type of nail, I'm not too worried about that, but for the flowers, I am a little bit worried about. I think I am only going to do one of the 3D flowers throughout the entire nail set. The artist of this nail look did do a total of 3 on each hand, but I think I'm just going to attempt one because I feel like I am going to run into some problems with that. But overall, I'm super excited. I can't wait to try this nail set out. It does look absolutely amazing, and I hope I can also get a beautiful result. I do also want to let you all know that it is currently storming, so if you do hear any rain or thunder, I apologize for that, but the rain cannot put my videos on hold, so I do have to continue filming, even though my microphone may still pick up some thunder here and there, just because we are having a pretty big storm right now. But other than that, I am really excited. I do want to jump right in. I'm not going to be using like any new products today. I'm just going to be like using products that I've already shown in previous videos. So I'm just going to jump right in. The creator of this nail set, they did do press-ons, but I have decided that I'm going to apply my full cover nail tips first, and then after I have them applied, I will go in with the nail art and then of course also creating the flower. I don't know though, maybe I should do the flower petals first before I go in and apply the nails. That may be the better idea, so I think I may play around with drawing the flower petals and creating those first before I even go in and apply my nail tips. That way when it comes time, once I have the nail tips applied, I'm ready to go right in with the nail art and then also adding on the 3D flower. So I have decided that I am going to draw out my flower and the petals, which will be the 3D flower, before I even begin with applying the nails and doing the nail art. That way that step is out of the way. So I do have my little palette here, and this is just a silicone mat that I cut out into a palette, and the gel will easily peel off from this. And then I also did pull out all of my gel polish colors. Now I don't know if I'm going to use all of these, but this is just a fun summer colorful palette that most of the colors I more than likely will end up using for the nail set, whether it be on the nail or to create the Aurora or the ombre effect, and then also of course for the flower petals. So I do also have my liner brush here. This is the nail art brush from Kiara Sky, the medium liner, and I'm just going to start on the flowers. So I do want all of the flower petals to be the same. So I think I'm going to start off with the yellow color, and I'm going to use that as the base for the flowers, but then I will build up to create like the ombre on the flowers. I want to draw the petals relatively large, not super large, but I want them to be big enough because if you think about it, peeling them up off of this, they are going to look a lot smaller. So I just want to try to keep that in mind. If I peel them off and feel that it is a little too small, then I will just go back in and redo it and make it a little bit larger. Overall, that's looking pretty good so far, but like I said, I do want to try to make it just a little bit bigger, just because when I do go to put it on the nail, I do want it to be visible. I don't want it to be a teeny tiny little flower. So I think that is great for the first petal. Now I'm just going to repeat that same exact thing, doing 3 more about that size. Now that I have these 4 smaller petals drawn out, I am going to do the same exact thing, but make a little bit more of a larger petal. And here is how the flower is looking so far. I know it doesn't really look like a flower here. I kind of just drew it along just to kind of just go with the flow. But once I actually piece everything together, I think it will look a lot better. Because this yellow is the lightest color, like I said, I decided to use this as the base color for all of the petals. I am now going to cure this layer. I am now going to go in with my second color, which I'm going to be using this blue shade here. And I'm going to start this color at the top of each of the petals and kind of ombre it down. Without curing that blue, I'm now going to go in with the next color, which I'm going to be using a pink, and that is going to be the third color on the flower. And I'm going to go in and try to ombre that down, but also ombre it in with the blue color. I think those are looking really good so far. I think I'm going to cure this and then I'm going to go in with a second coat of the blue and pink just to make it pop a little bit more just on that yellow base. So I did cure the blue and the pink, but I'm now going to go in with the blue and pink again just to make it stand out a little bit more. And again, just blending them together, trying to create the best ombre that I can. It is a little bit difficult to ombre the colors together just because it is such a small surface, but by the looks of things, I think this is turning out really nice. Now that I have that second coat on, I am going to cure this. I'm also going to add a little bit of sparkle to the top of the flowers, like the blue area. And I'm also going to just ombre this down just a little bit. This is pretty much a clear gel. It does have like a little hint of pink to it, but I really love the glitters in this gel, and I think this is just going to add a little touch to all of these flower petals. For 3 of the flower petals, I'm also going to take a little bit of brown and just add that to the very tip of the petal, like on the yellow part. Then I'm going to go ahead and cure. And here are my flower petals complete. I do just want to pull one of these up just to take a look at it. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's going to turn out so cute. I don't know if I should go in with a layer of top coat on these yet or not. I think I shouldn't because I do want it to like lift up a little bit from the nail. And I think with applying the top coat now, it'll make it too hard and it won't allow for that. So I'm just gonna leave this as is. We're gonna go ahead and move on to applying the nail tips and doing the nail art. And then of course I will go in with this flower, which I am super excited about. So I have my nail tips sized out. I am using an extra long square, but I think once I have these applied, I may clip the length down just a little bit, but I'm going to apply these using step number 3 Boater Gel from Kiara Sky. Also, I did want to mention that all of these gel polish colors are from Kiara Sky, and I do have a discount code with them. That code is Nailedbybrandi10, and it will be down below in the description box. But I'm just going to go in and apply these nail tips. I don't really want to explain the process, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out. If you guys are curious though for an in-depth tutorial on how to apply full cover nail tips step by step from nail prep to applying them, I do have a lot of videos up on my channel explaining the entire process, and I will try to remember to link one up in the cards. I am going to apply all of the nail tips doing a flash cure, and then once I do have them all applied, I will go into my large nail lamp and do a full 30-second cure. After having all of the nails applied, I'm now going to do my filing and buffing, and then also adding and clipping down the length a little bit. So here are the nails after I have them all applied, and I'm now going to go in with my base color. So for the base color on all of the nails, it is going to be a different color. So I'm just going to go in with each of those colors. I'm going to use a yellow, blue, green, and a orange pink color. And I'm going to do 2 coats of each color, curing for 30 seconds in between each coat. Now that I have my base color applied to all of the nails, I am going to be doing the Aurora ombres. To do those, I am going to be using these sponges, just these like little makeup sponges that I got from the dollar store. And I'm going to be using gel to create the Aurora ombres. I'm just going to put the gel onto the sponge and then dab it onto the nail. For the colors, I'm going to do green on the yellow, purple on the blue, the like dark aqua color or teal on the green, and then the really bright orange on like this little like almost like salmony pink color. And again, I'm just going to use that sponge, dab it on. I'm going to do like many different like goes at dabbing it on, curing, and then dabbing it on just until I build that color up where I want that color to be. And I'm just going to repeat that same exact process on all of the nails. So to start, I'm just going to take the sponge and I'm going to add some polish to the sponge here. Honestly, this is a relatively easy process. It does just take some time though, just to build the color up where you want it to be and to get that like ombre effect that you want. So I'm going to then just go in and dab the color. You can see that color is already starting to show up, but because you're dabbing it on with a sponge like this, it will take some goes just to be able to get that color where you like where it will stand out on the nail. So I'm just going to go in, dab this, and then I'm going to cure that, and then you'll see as the color builds up. Some of the colors may be a little too light. For example, this green may be a little too light to show up on the yellow, but I'll eventually find that out, and then I may just switch over to a darker green color. So I did actually pull out a darker green, and I'm just going to go right in with this one, just because I do feel that green that I was using is just a little too light, and I do want it to kind of be vibrant and pop out. So I'm going to try with this. Oh yes, that is so much better. That is actually perfect. So now I'm going to use this darker green instead. So just keep that in mind when doing a technique like this. You do want to make sure that the color you're using for your base color is the lighter color. Also, to help better ombre this out, I'm going to stick a little bit of that yellow gel polish around the green on this sponge. That way when I go in onto the nail, it's going to just ombre out a little bit and I'll still be able to see both the yellow and the green on the nail. And then again, I will go back into the curing lamp and then I will just build this up as much as I want and then repeat the process on the other nails. And here how the nails are looking. I'm absolutely loving all of the color. It's so fun and summery. To keep mine a little bit different from the inspiration, I really liked how they did theirs with how they added an extra border around the nail. I'm going to do something similar to that, but instead of using a different color, I'm going to use the glitter gel polish that I used on the flower petals, and I'm going to take that around the outside and kind of just ombre it in, not really like focusing too much on getting the border perfect, but more or less just adding a little bit of glitter on that outside color that I used, just to bring a little bit of this glitter gel into the nail set because it is on the flower petals. Now that I have that glitter around the border of all of the nails and that is cured, I'm really liking how that is looking and how everything is coming together. Once I have the top coat on, I think everything will be looking a lot better. So I am now going to go in with my top coat and I'm going to apply a layer of this to all of the nails, and then I will cure for 30 seconds. And then it will finally be time for me to apply my flower petals. And I would be lying if I said that I wasn't scared, because I am scared to do this. I'm just hoping that everything turns out and I can easily apply the flower petals, but I feel like it is going to be a little bit tricky to do. Here are how the nails are looking after I have the top coat applied, and for the flower, I'm going to be applying it to my ring finger, and I'm going to use a rhinestone gel to do that. So in the center of the nail, I'm just going to squeeze out a little dot of rhinestone gel. And this is going to be so hard. And then I'm just going to take the flower petals and place them onto the nail, into the rhinestone gel, of course. Maybe I made the flower petals a little too large. I don't know if all of these are going to fit or not. Oh my goodness, so far it's turning out pretty decent. Oh wait, this one needs to be down here. Oh my goodness, this is actually really cute. This goes here. And then for the big one, it will go there. Okay, so maybe I should cure down these ones first and then I'll put the big one. Okay, now I will place the big one. And for the big one, I do want it to like tilt up. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that while curing. I'll put my flash cure light on here. So far everything's turning out really well. Okay, so now going to hold it upwards and cure it on, and hopefully it holds the shape, but I still will go in with top coat on the petals. Okay, so it doesn't really hold its shape, so now I'm going to go in and apply top coat, and I think that will definitely make it hold its shape. I'm just going to do this one first. I'm going to go step by step here because I also want the other ones to lift up slightly. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to just curve it up and hopefully it will cure curved up. Oh my goodness, I think it did. I'm gonna pop this into my large nail lamp and do a full cure before I do anything else. It's cured up pretty well. I mean, it's a little flimsy. Maybe I should have put top coat on it, but I think overall this is really good. I could always go underneath if I feel necessary. I'm now gonna kind of repeat that same process with all of the other ones just to help lift them up a little bit as well to give it more of like a 3D look. So here are the finished nails. I did go ahead and cure the top coat. I also went ahead and did my thumbnail off camera. For my thumbnail, I did the same process of applying my base color and then going in with the sponge to create that Aurora ombre and then going in with the glitter. I really like how these turned out. I don't love the flower too much. I think it could have looked a little bit better, but for my first time trying this type of nail art, I think it did turn out really nice. I am now going to go in with my cuticle oil because I am finished with the nail set. So I'm just going to apply the cuticle oil to my cuticles, rub that in to nourish them, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of the nails. I love how colorful these are. They are definitely screaming summer. I think my favorite combo is either the blue and purple or the pink nail here. I think those are my favorite. They're very pretty. The flower, like I was saying, I also think I did a pretty good job on it. I feel like it is not perfect, but for my first time, I've never done anything like this before, like with drawing out the nail design with the gel and then peeling it up and then sticking it onto the nail like a nail charm. Overall, I think it is very pretty. I did kind of change the placement of the larger petal a little bit, and I feel like honestly that kind of made it a little bit worse, but I don't know. Either way, I do really like it. I think this is super fun, and I would love to try this again another time doing like kind of like the same concept, because I do think it's really cool. I like the 3D look. I also like how it is a charm, but it is a homemade charm, like I made it myself. I do definitely give props to the original artist of this nail set. Theirs turned out so beautiful, and the way that they did 3 flowers on each of the nails and they did both hands, like that is incredible. That definitely took a lot of time. I will be leaving the links to the products that I did use in today's video down below in the description box, along with my discount codes in case you guys want to pick anything up for yourselves. But here is just the finishing look at these nails. I really wish that it was sunny and nice outside because I think these would definitely pop out in the sun. But I did have so much fun at creating this nail look. I love the different colors and then the Aurora ombres and then also the flower. I think that is so beautiful, and honestly it didn't take too much time because I did only end up doing one. Maybe I should have done all 3 and I would have got the hang of it and one nail would have turned out a lot nicer than the other. But I would definitely like to do other videos like this. Let me know if you guys want me to try this again. Maybe just like a different like overall nail set look, but still doing like creating the flower charm. I really hope that you guys did enjoy today's video, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.